Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. If you don't know me already, my name is Maddie, and welcome to Up Close and Personal. This is just the place where I just yap and talk, and you can leave your thoughts below if you feel like it. Today's discussion is going to be about expectations and not necessarily even knowing what you're supposed to do in life, but feeling like you're supposed to be doing more, regardless of how much you're already doing. If you don't know anything about me, I've struggled with my mental health for over 10 years, pretty much my entire life. And I started this podcast because I just want to have a place for one, me to talk about what's going on up here, and two, to share everything that I've learned that has helped me because I think therapy is insanely expensive and not everyone has access to help, which I think everyone should have access to. So it's just a place for me to put my thoughts and talk about what I've been through. So I personally struggle a lot with anxiety. Every day I'm anxious. I struggle with depression in and out. I fight it off constantly. And you know, there's just a multitude of things. OCD, ADHD, there's just so many things that go on, but I think the main thing that I want to talk about today is just like anxiety and never feeling like I'm quite doing enough regardless of how much I have done. Right now, as I'm recording this, it's February, I think 4th or 5th, I'm not too sure, 2026. And last December, I graduated with my bachelor's degree in psychological science from Cal State San Marcos. I'm still repping the shirt. I'm about to go to the gym, so that's why I'm wearing workout clothes. Anyways, and I felt like the whole time I was trying to get that degree, which, I mean, it's hard to be in school when you struggle with your mental health. Like, let's just start there. It's hard, and I struggled. I was not perfect. I didn't get perfect grades, but I made it with my support system. And I think that the whole time I was in school, I was just like, okay, once school's over, my anxiety's gonna go away. I'm gonna feel like I've made it. I'm gonna turn into this new human. Like, I thought that I wouldn't be depressed anymore. My anxiety would be gone. I would be confident and I would know exactly what to do in life and I would just be like set. And as much as a lot of things have happened like that in my life, like I feel like I've, made it another step and I'm really proud of myself. And oh, my laptop almost turned off. Anyways, I'm really proud of myself, all of that stuff. I still don't feel like I'm doing enough. I still feel like, there were days where I was really depressed, like a month and a half ago, super anxious. And I was like, what the heck? I thought this would go away when I graduated college. No, I've always been like that. So why, when I'm not in school, would that change? And it didn't. So I think just like having grace with myself and being like, oh, it wasn't school that was making me feel that way. I struggle with my mental health and I'm going to have to keep pushing on to feel better regardless of, what's going on in my life. There are going to be stressors and I'm going to struggle, and that's okay. I don't think that enough people talk about that, the fact that it's okay to struggle and it's human to struggle. And I'm not saying that everybody should struggle or whatever, and that everybody does, because there are plenty of people that don't. But I think when we kind of make it the baseline as a human to not struggle, it kind of sets people up for failure, because I'm not trying to curse in this, but life is effing hard. You know what I mean? Even when it's not, it's hard. So yeah, I recently have learned that just because I'm out of school doesn't mean that I'm not going to be stressed out of my mind and anxious, and doesn't mean that I have everything figured out. I have no idea what my next step is. And that is such a strange thing to say. And it's a weird place to be, because the whole time that you're in school, it's like, okay, you're going to go to middle school from elementary, and then high school, and then college. And then it's like, okay, after that, you're on your own. Like, what? I don't really know what I'm supposed to do, who I'm supposed to be. any of this, but I guess there is no supposed to, right? I'm just supposed to follow my heart or do what makes me happy. And so that's what I'm trying to do, which is why I am trying to, show up on here and just talk about life. And, anybody that hears it and feels like they're not alone, that's my goal. I just want one person to hear it and feel like they're not alone and feel more hopeful than they did the second that they clicked on the video. And, that's all I can hope for. I've been working out a lot recently, and I've been really trying to focus on the health and the strength of my body, because for a long time I struggled with food and exercise and negative thoughts and trying to shrink myself. And now I'm just trying to like blossom. I feel like a flower that is blossoming. I'm doing a lot of weight training, and I'm going to Pilates classes and stretching and just doing all of those things. And I feel like ever since I started going to the gym for my mental health, like regardless of how much I'm trying to be strong and work on my body and whatever, it has significantly helped my mental health. Now every day I wake up and I just know if I have the time, I'm going to the gym, and that's my me time. And I think that so many times when you struggle with your mental health, you're kind of trapped in your mind, right? Like everything outside of myself could be going totally fine, but my mind is just like a catastrophic place to be. That's the only way that I can explain that. And I feel like working out brings me out of my mind and into my body. And it kind of helps me regulate my nervous system that way, which helps me to regulate my mind. It's kind of like, from the inside out or whatever. And as much as like I used to hate when people would be like, yeah, you need to just go to the gym, work out, move your body, go outside. Like, oh, you think that's going to cure my depression? And like, it's not just going to cure. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But it is going to, one, improve your self-image, because you're showing up for yourself day after day when you go to the gym or whatever it is that you're doing to make yourself feel better. And two, it gives me a positive outlet. Like I can just go to the gym, and if I am super angry, I can lift heavy that day, or I can run really fast and just tire out my body that way. Whereas I feel like before I would have so much mental energy built up that I couldn't release. And like it was like this energy flowing through me that I just couldn't release, and it would come out in negative ways through negative coping mechanisms. I used to be the poster child for negative coping mechanisms. Those were all that I had in my toolbox. And now I have so many positive coping mechanisms that my brain goes straight to those first. And one of them is physically moving my body, straining my muscles, and getting that energy out in a positive way. I highly recommend that, because before I would have to like sit on my hands because I just felt like I had all this energy in me and I didn't really know what I was going to do. And so I would just sit on my hands and just wait for my mind to calm down. Whereas, I don't really feel like I experience that much anymore. Sometimes I do. I'm not saying that I don't, but it's lessened now that I work out a lot. So I highly recommend just moving your body. Go for a walk, put your headphones in, put on a podcast that you love. And don't let your mind talk you out of going to the gym ever, because my mind, as much as I love the gym and I go all the time, my mind is constantly trying to talk me out of going. Like, I don't know, it'll just be like, what are you even going to do when you get there? Like, what if people like look at you? Do you really want to be perceived? I don't know, you want to drive there, blah, blah, blah. No, I put my clothes on, I get ready, I pack my bag, I get in the car, and I just go, and I just step in the gym, and somehow every time I find something to do to work out, right? Like, it's just getting there. So whatever that is for you, don't let your mind stop you from getting there. Just get there. So, yeah. Yeah, working out has helped me a lot. I also have decluttered a lot of my space. I still want to declutter more, but I've decluttered a lot of my space recently, and that has really cleared out space in my mind. Um, Having a messy space is, as much as sometimes I don't really notice that it's bothering me, it really can cloud my mind. And I think having too many things that don't really have a spot isn't very helpful. So yeah, now I don't have too many things and nowhere to put it, and just like clutter in my mind that way. So I'm not really sure how, you know, like where I'm going or how I'm gonna feel even tomorrow, or like what my life plan is. This is just, I'm just coming on here to just like tell you what's on my mind. But I plan on my next episode being much more like planned out, not too planned out, but I want to have like specific topics that I come on here to talk about. And if you have watched this far, if you feel like leaving a comment, let me know what you would want to hear me talk about. Um, yeah, I know that I have a lot of ideas already, so we'll see which one I end up doing next. But I just wanted to come on here and speak into the void and let anyone out there know that if you're struggling right now, it's temporary. And um, yeah, it's temporary. You are strong. You're way stronger than you even think. And there are people out there that don't even know you that love you like me. And I'm sending you that love through this computer. Um, yeah, life can be lonely and that's hard. But as long as you stand by yourself and be your own best friend, you got this. Also, don't be afraid to talk to people. Create a support system, make friends, and I don't know. I'm yapping again. Okay. I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.